Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Hadidi Makeovers. So if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new here, you're welcome to the family, and please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. We do turban tutorials and makeup tutorials here, and consistency lives here, guys. And yeah, thank you guys. I also want to say thank you for 10,000 subscribers, guys. We made it to 10,000 subscribers, on the road to 20,000 subscribers, guys. I'm really appreciative. I love you guys so much, and thank you very much for the subscribers. And yeah, we just got to 11,000 within 1 week, and let's see if we can get to 100,000. Am I dreaming too big? Okay, let's just stop at 20k. Let's see if we can get to 20k by the end of this month, guys. Thank you very much for the support, for always watching my videos, your comments. I am seeing your comments, guys, even though they are so too much and too plenty. I have been seeing positive comments, guys. You guys are encouraging me a lot, and thank you so very much for that. So guys, let's jump right into the video. From the thumbnail, I guess you guys are going to love whatever it is on the thumbnail, including the turban tutorial, which will be coming on Thursday. And yeah, this makeup is a birthday makeup look, guys. It's a client's makeup transformation, guys. It's her birthday, and she wants to do a pre-birthday shoot. And also, to my Muslim sisters, brothers and sisters, I'm sorry, I did not say this at first, but happy Ramadan, guys. Ramadan Mubarak, guys. I pray we see the beginning of it and also the end of the Ramadan. And yeah, let's get started, guys. So starting off, I already cleaned her face using the micellar cleansing water. And yeah, before we go further, sorry for always interrupting whatever it is I'm saying. Before we go further, I will advise you guys to watch this video to the end. And you guys know I always drop a tip or always drop something very important in between the video, so you guys shouldn't get bored. Just try as much as possible to watch, even if it's to the middle. I'm going to surprise you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Just keep watching. And yeah, so as I was saying, I cleaned her face using the micellar cleansing water, and drew her brows using the Hair Guy and Esther brow gel. Yeah, the Hair Guy and Esther brow gel in Nubia. I drew her brows with that, and then fill it in with the same Hair Guy and Esther brow gel, and then went over her brows again using the, what's the name of this? Sorry, it's a random brow tint. I told you guys I just bought it for 1,000 naira. So yeah, that is what I use, just to tint her brows a little bit, to make it look a little bit lighter. And yeah, for now I'm going to be using the Elegant concealer in the shade Fawn to do her brow bone, to clean out her brows from the lower part first, and then remove. So as you can see, I'm just cleaning out her brows. You want to make sure you get the line effect, guys. You want to make sure of that. And also, and whenever you're doing a birthday makeup, you want to look at the person's age, you want to look at the person's skin tone. That is what I do personally. I don't know if other makeup artists do that, but I know I do that. I do check your age, I do check your skin, how it looks, and I'm going to do whatever it is that I feel it's going to suit you. So for her, I knew she's going to be putting on a white dress, so I convinced her to put on a blue contact lens, because we'll be doing something blue to the eyes. And yeah, just keep watching, guys. So I already cleaned her brows. After cleaning her brows, I used the Elegant concealer in the shade Fawn, and then I'll be applying the moisturizer, because I'll be using only moisturizer for her skin. Her skin is dry. I told you guys I don't use primer. I don't like using too many products on the skin. just because I feel comfortable doing this. I feel okay, the skin needs to breathe. I'm going to apply only this. I feel okay, the foundation I'm using has SPF. Is it 15 or 10? I really can't remember, but I knew I checked before doing this voiceover thing. So I'm just going to be applying moisturizer on her face and then blending that out, allowing it to settle a little bit, and then I'll move on to apply the upper part of the concealer, the upper brows, the upper part of her brows. I'll be cleaning that with the same shade of concealer I used for the lower part of her brows. That's the LA Girl concealer in the shade Fawn. I'll be using that to clean her brows, guys. Can you see? You have to be careful whenever you're doing the upper brows. You don't want to add too much product there so it doesn't move into the brows and just end up messing up the line effect and also messing up the whole thing, guys. You want to be very careful when you do that. So as you can see, I'm just going to be doing this, and then boom, you are done with one of the brows, and I'll be doing the other brows now, and then boom, the other brows is up also. Yeah, guys. So yep, so I'm going to be using the foundation in NARS in the shade, is it Moria? Yeah, I think it's Moria. So I'll be using the foundation NARS. It feels a little bit yellow, but I want her to look brighter. I want her skin to pop more, so I'm going to be using this shade of foundation. Yeah, the undertone of this foundation is a little bit too yellow, but don't worry, guys, everything will just blend out soon. And trust me, it's the lighting that is making it look oh god, English. Okay, it's the lighting of my studio that is making it look a little bit brighter, but I know it's not that bright. Physically it was looking okay, but yeah, okay, fine, I won't argue much. But yeah, you'll see what I'll do later on after I'm done with the setting and all that. So I'm just going to be blending a foundation using my soft beauty blender. I got this beauty blender from AliExpress, or let me see, on AliExpress. Yep, I do buy my lashes sometimes, and the lashes I use for my casuals, I do get them from AliExpress, and also my beauty blenders. You just have to settle down and choose, because when you end up choosing too much on AliExpress, you end up just choosing the wrong thing. And my advice here is, whenever you're choosing or you're buying anything from AliExpress, you want to make sure you check the customer review. After checking the customer review, you'll be sure of what you're getting. And yeah, that's my advice. So after I'm done with the foundation, I'm going to be using a darker shade of foundation, the Zikel foundation in the shade Mocha. I'm going to be contouring her nose, guys. I'm doing a cream contour today. I'm going to be contouring her nose, the side of her nose, and also the hollow of her cheeks, because I want this look to be fully and completely, as in, is that right? I want this look to be full, to be a full glam, more of a photography look, something very wow. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. So I'm going to be applying this on her cheekbone, on her cheek, the hollows of her cheek. Yeah, right, the hollows of her cheeks, just to give it a little bit more, to make it look more contoured, like that. Can you see the difference in her nose, like the before and the after? So I'm going to gently blend that into her skin, and yeah, just wait and see what happens. So can you see, guys, the contour is not very dark, it's just there. So for her highlights, I'm going to be using this light shade, the medium beige. I'll be using that on her inner part, the inner part of her eyes, like the inner part of her under eyes, just to highlight. For my highlights, then I'll be using Fawn for the outer part of her highlights, that's under her eyes. And then on her cupid bow, her chin, and the bridge of her nose, I'll be doing that and then getting my beauty blender again just to blend that out smoothly. You want to make sure you do this gently. This thing I'm doing is on a fast forward mode, so you guys should be careful whenever you're doing your blending, but because most of you do send me questions and you ask questions about how do I blend it. First of all, I make sure my beauty blender is very dry, is very wet, not too wet, rather, just to make it a little bit damp, right? Just to make it a little bit damp. And then I'll just make sure whenever I'm blending my foundation, I go very lightly on the skin. I don't want to press the foundation too much because it will end up just making patches, building more patches on the skin, and you don't want that. You want everywhere to be seamless. The way you apply your foundation, the way you want to blend your concealer, everything will just sit perfectly and nicely. So let's move on, guys. I'm going to move on to setting her highlights. I'll be using her shade of powder from the Milani. This is the lightest shade from the Milani single compact powder. I'll be setting her under eyes first. So I'm going to be using the S-Pond setting powder to set my highlights again. That's the baking. We'll wait for it to bake. So I'll set under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, her chin, her cupid bow, and her forehead, guys. I'll be doing that, and then I'll be doing a reverse contour. You know, we did a cream contour today, so I'm going to be doing a reverse contour just to make sure the contour comes out sharp and straight. So I'll be setting her whole face using the same powder. I wanted to set the face first before doing the reverse contour, but no, that didn't happen. So I had to set the powder after the setting powder is done. My model keeps talking, guys. Or let me see my client rather. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to be bringing out my Girls Night Out blush, all-time favorite. I know you guys must have been complaining about this blush. I don't have any other option. I love this blush so much, but I promise you guys I'll get a new one. So I'm going to be applying this blush on her cheeks. Can you see? I'm adding more color. I don't want it to be too harsh, so I'm going a little bit lightly on her cheeks. You ask your model or your client to smile, then you apply your blush on her. So my model, this babe just keeps gisting up and down like that. So I'm going to be setting her nose using the powder I use, like the V Beauty powder. I'll be using a darker shade of powder to set her contour. You know, it's a cream contour and we've not set it. We don't want it to shift, or we don't want anything like that to just start happening there. So I'm going to be setting it with a darker shade of powder, and then we move to the eyes. I'll be using my Ben Nye, all-time favorite Ben Nye eye primer. I'll be applying that on her crease or on her eyelids, and then making sure I blend that evenly. You want to make sure you blend the eyelids before applying your eyeshadow. So can you see that I'm just blending that evenly? I want it to like reach everywhere I want my eyeshadow to be on. So after that, I'll be using the Mood Beauty in Arusha Mood Beauty eyeshadow in Arusha. I'll be using a very milk shade, like this light gold, champagne gold shade. I don't know the name there, but I know if you get the palette, you see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be applying that on the crease first. I'll be applying, since I applied both primer on both eyes, I'll be making sure I set my primer, because you don't want to leave your primer on and then it dries up. Your eyeshadow will be very hard to blend when you do that. So I'm going to be applying the eyeshadow and then concentrate on one eyes and then explain to you guys whatever it is I'm doing. So moving on, I'll be contouring her eyes using this dark brown shade. It's a coffee brown color, guys. So I'm going to be using that to blend her eyes. Guys, you can see me through the mirror, just making noise. We were gisting. So yeah, after contouring her eyes, you want to use a darker shade. Though I told you guys before, earlier on, I want this look to be bold. I want everything to pop. That is why I'm using a very dark shade for my contour today. And then the transition into is going to be a little bit darker, just to get the eyes to pop. So let me concentrate on one eyes now. Now the transitioning, guys, you want to blend. So I'm going to be doing the transitioning. Can you see the blend between the two, like the difference between the two? You want to make sure you blend your eyeshadow very well, just to give it that professional look, professional touch look. I'm not a professional. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm just telling you to blend your eyeshadow, guys. So I'm going to be blending the upper part of the eyeshadow too, like the transitioning between the highlights and your eyeshadow. You want to also blend that very well before you move on to the highlights. Can you see the difference between the two? I'll still go ahead, because the blending is making everything move again. I'll still go ahead and apply the same eyeshadow, and then I'll be using a brush just to get a little bit of a lighter shade of powder to set her brow bone too. Can you see that? Yeah. So the blending is done. Can you see the difference between the two? I'm going to be blending the other one too, and then drum roll, guys, the moment is here. I'm going to be showing you guys another technique of applying the pigment, the eyeshadow pigment. So this is my mixing plate. I'll be spraying, I'll just spray like 2 pumps of I just press the setting spray. It's a setting spray. I'm going to be spraying a little bit on top of the tray, and then just randomly putting a little bit of am I saying this right? Just putting a little bit of pigment on top of the tray, and then using your brush to pick the pigment and then just apply on the person's eyes, and it will stay as if it's eyeshadow, guys. This is what I'm telling you guys about. You see, I am just touching a little bit of the setting spray. Don't apply too much. Don't use too much setting spray, just a little bit. You want the tray to be a little bit wet, and then you just drop the pigment, just a very small pigment, like just, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but you guys shall understand. Then I'll just be picking that up and just spreading it on her eyelids. Can you see this? The pigments are on, because pigment are silver, so I don't know if you can see the difference, but there's definitely a difference when you see her physically. My favorite mascara, guys, I'm going to be applying that on her lashes and then fixing the lashes. I'll be using the wink eyelashes in Savage, my favorite lashes, like my favorite. I prefer that Savage lashes, guys. It's just too sexy. So before we apply our lashes, I'm going to be lining her eyes with the Zickel Smudge Proof Eyeliner Gel. This eyeliner gel, I love it so much. So I'm just going to be applying that on her eyelids. So the technique behind applying eyeliner is, if the person's eyelids are big, you make your eyeliner thick. If the person's eyelids are thin, you make your eyeliner very thin, because you don't want to apply a thick eyeliner on somebody's eyelid. Somebody that has a small eyeliner, you just end up covering the eyeshadow. So it's just common sense, guys. You want to understand this very well. So if the eyelids are thick, you apply a thick liner. If the eyelids are thin, you apply a very thin liner. Like if the eyelids are small, you apply a thin eyeliner. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. That's why I say you should watch my videos to the end. This is the part where I do my blue thing, guys. I'm going to be applying a blue eyeliner gel. This is the shade in Jean from the Zaron Gel Eyeliner. This is Zaron Gel Eyeliner. It's in Jean. The shade is in Jean. Jean. Jean, like jeans. That's what the shade is in. And then I'm going to be taking off her setting powder using that same Milani powder I used to set the eyes before we apply our setting powder. Who loves this birthday look, guys? I just wanted something glamorous, and this is it. So can you see she's already popping, guys? If you do love this makeup, please just give me a thumbs up, guys, to encourage me more to do more. So can you see this? Like the blue is corresponding with our blue eyeliner, and the cream eyeshadow I used is just making everything look more beautiful. Guys, let's not forget about the lashes. The lashes is making everything pop. And when I was applying the setting spray, I don't know what happened. I think I was not recording the part where I applied the setting spray, but I used the Kiss Beauty setting spray to set her face, and then went her head to use the Master Chrome bronzer on her Cupid bow. And I'm going to be doing the lips. I'll be using the V Beauty lip stain in Zaddy. This one is in Zaddy, not Daddy. It's in Zaddy. It's a purplish, a dark purple shade. I'll be using that first. So I hope you guys are beginning to see how beautiful she's looking. So for the inner lip, I'm going to be using the shade Daddy's Girl. It's a light pink shade. I'll be using it, it's in the shade Daddy's Girl. I'll be using it for the inner part of her lips, and then I'll blend. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Actually, for the last part of the video, I don't know what happened. I did not record the part where I was applying her setting spray, and also where I was doing the finishing touches. And yeah, I used the same bronzer to do her cheekbones, the highlights of her nose, her forehead, and also on her chin. So guys, I hope you guys love this video. If you do, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome back. And sorry, if you're a new subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. This is Hadidi Makeovers once again. Don't forget to join us on Thursday for the turban tutorial. You'll be seeing the turban on the turban will be on the thumbnail. So yeah, the tutorial is going to be up on YouTube on Thursday. So I'll see you guys very soon. I love you guys so much. This is Hadidi Makeovers once again. Bye.